Welcome to Half Past Broke with Differus and
This has got to be the worst intro ever.
I know,
What
I
happened?
know.
What happened?
I got distracted.
What happened?
I was like, as I set it up, as I pressed record, as I pressed record, like a warning thing popped up on my
no
screen
excuses.
on my screen for Streamlabs. So I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Or for Stream
Uh,
Elements. So like I looked over real quick and then I got distracted and it threw me off. My bad.
all right, guys. Well, it's okay because I'm here to save the day. My name's Eric, and I gotta say, I need to apologize for last week. I didn't check my microphone beforehand, and when we put the video up, I noticed that I was cutting in and out a lot, and it was bad, and it was noticeable, and it was terrible. And I just wanted to apologize for that because that's unprofessional. And contrary to popular belief, this is, something. This isn't just sit down and record. This is like we work on this all week. We discuss what we're doing, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of pride in what we're doing here, and to put something out like that wasn't
Yeah.
okay.
I doctored it up the best I could. It sounded it sounded all right as the final product. I know it was super distracting, but it won't happen again. If it doesn't happen again this week, then we'll just re-record a new episode.
Yeah, it's a bummer because when you have all your settings, you take the time to get your settings correct in OBS, for the time I've been streaming and
Yeah.
recording, and you take all this time to make sure everything's correct, and I didn't change anything, and you just record one day and it's off, and that's a little fucky to me. But
I want to talk to you about something. So you sent me the cord for this keyboard. Why'd
yeah,
you send me like 100 cards?
I was looking for something fun to put in there. I was like, if you send so, I don't know. Like so for reference, I sold Differus a keyboard, a really nice HyperX keyboard, and I initially sent out the wrong cable for it, so I had to send another package out. And I'm like, I want to do something a little personalized, something a little fun, just slip something there. Cause I like
still
when
have
people.
all these fucking cards.
I know. Well, I like when people do that stuff for me. Like if I order something and they put a little personalized note or a little something in there. Someone gave me a Pokemon card one time, and I loved it.
The streamer that we shouted out last week when he was doing a charity event, he was giving away a pin, and I got one of his pins, and he actually sent me a nice little personalized thing, like talking about me and everything. Very nice guy. Very
exactly.
very personal. I did
I
enjoy
love
it.
that. I love that kind of stuff. So when I was putting the second package together with the correct cord, I was like, shit, what can I put in there? What can I just so I found from 2 years ago our stack of half past broke business cards. So I tossed a couple in there. I don't know. It's just a little personal
funny.
note.
I'm like, why did he send these to me? I have like 1,000 of them.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like he definitely still has literally 600 of these. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a little fun,
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I appreciate it. I appreciated the sentiment.
So just because since my mic did fuck up last time, and generally I believe it sounds pretty good, not top notch, nothing crazy, but I think it's a good sounding microphone as well as Differus's because we do have the same microphones.
Yeah. I remember I picked it up and then Eric was just like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great," and he picked up 3 of them.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it. It was God, I guess I have to tell the story now.
No.
It's a pretty straight and simple and to the point story. It's don't drink and shop on Amazon, okay? Because I went to go purchase one of these bundles with like the boom arm, the mic, the pop filter, and everything. And I woke up in the morning to minus $200 in my bank account and 3 freaking mic setups on my porch. So don't drink in Prime.
Yeah, I just wanted to call you out on that one because
You have to. It's a good. I still have. I gave one to Liv. She doesn't even use it anymore because she likes her little headset better. And then I have one unopened one, still completely unopened in there. So if anyone wants to buy it from me, I'll sell it to you, a whole kit. Or maybe we'll do a giveaway or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm pretty broke. I need money.
I would say we'll do a giveaway for like patrons or something like that. Like once we reach like a goal amount of patrons, we can do it. something like that. We do have a Patreon set up. We just haven't
Do
really
we?
done anything. Yeah, I found it again.
Oh, hell yeah.
We haven't done anything with it other than like set up the page. We got to start posting stuff. Maybe that's where I'll put episode 27. I'll go back through and re-edit it and everything and see if I can get it to doll up a little bit.
That's a good one. It's a good episode. I'm telling you, I'm very opinionated in that episode.
It's a pretty charged episode. It was weird.
It's pretty charged, and it's also really cool to go back and listen to it about what we were talking about before COVID happened. I don't like to talk about COVID too much. Oh my god,
yeah.
Because everyone's talking about that. It's, ooh, pandemic. But like, it's actually very topical what we were talking about 2 years before COVID even happened. Basically, he was yelling at people for being dirty.
Yeah, right. I think like half the episode we were talking about being a germaphobe and just being like health conscious in public and stuff like that, which was so weird. Yeah, no,
it was cool to hear.
It was a very on the nose episode. It sounded pretty good. That was right around the time we were starting to like get the hang of like the podcasting and everything. Not that we have the hang of it now, but we're a lot better now than we ever been.
Yeah, we're still getting the hang of it, but that was, it was the last episode we did before we stopped, and that's 27 episodes in, so we had 27 times to try to get things better. And as you can tell from last episode, like, we still fuck things up. It's okay, it happens. We don't have a whole team. We don't have audio technicians. It's literally just two jackasses with a computer,
Yeah. I mean, and we're also trying to do a lot of this on a budget. I mean, like, let's talk about, like, speaking of budget, like, let's talk about our mics and like how much we ended up spending on them. Like one of them.
Yeah, for one of them. I can't talk because I spent over $200 because I bought
you bought the bundles. I bought like my entire setup. Like, I bought at separate times. Like, the boom arm came separate. I got the mic on a separate purchase. I got this whole like shock mount and cover and everything on a separate purchase. Like, everything has just been bought at like different times, but they were all super cheap as I bought them.
Yeah.
So I think collectively I don't think I've spent over $100 on my mic setup.
Nowhere near it. Yeah. The mic, I have it right here, and I need to stop saying this because if you guys pay any attention, I never do it. I say, we're going to put this link in the description. Guess what? I never do. We never do.
I finally did the Discord one, though.
Did we? Hell yeah.
It's on the last episode. I finally remember to put the Discord.
Good. Let's go. All right. So we're going to try to get this link in the description. I got the link right here. And guys, guess what? If you're interested in a halfway decent, I'd say on the high side of average, I think they're good mics. I think they're the best for the money. It's on sale right now. This exact model right here. Hello.
Mine's actually the same thing. It's just got the stuff on it.
Yeah. $29.99. So for $30, you get yourself an awesome budget microphone. And then we'll go into how to make it sound better, because out the box it's okay out of the box.
It sounds like these mics out the box. Like, you got to actually do something with it.
Yeah, you need to run it through a couple through OBS. That's where I get my best settings from, is running through OBS and tweaking the settings from there. And actually diff, because diff runs is right through OBS, I believe. I do one step further. So diff, if you want to go through yours just really quick, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay. So like, instead of using like the plugins and all the extra stuff that like you can do in post, like just plugging it in, I use a shock mount, a boom arm, and a windscreen / pop filter, and I run, basically all I do on OBS is I have a compressor, default settings, noise suppression default settings, gain default settings, and noise gate default settings. I don't adjust any of them. All I do is just put them right on there, and it actually makes it sound excellent. I've never had a problem with my mic sounding bad on streams or in any of my videos or stuff like that. And interestingly enough, if you've ever listened to any of the Apex videos on my channel or any of Eric's Apex videos on the channel, the mic goes straight through NVIDIA, so NVIDIA actually will adjust in noise gates and everything when it makes the video. So like a lot of like after like third party, I guess it's not, wouldn't be third party, but I use basically just aftermarket stuff in like NVIDIA sound, Discord, noise suppression, and OBS.
There you go. And they have the really nice filters, like he was saying, like the gain. They have the limiter. They have really good stuff through OBS. But I actually don't think. Hold on, I want to tell you guys right now because I don't think I said the model of this. What kind of mics we have? These are Fifine K669B.
Yep.
That's Fifine. That's Fifine. Look them up on Amazon. They're cheap as hell. They're on sale for $30 right now. They're normally $36, which even at that price is a steal because for comparable, like I think this thing blows the blue snowball out of the water, out of the box, and it's $20 less, $10 less.
Well, and the crazy thing is, like most USB mics, because these are USB mics.
Yeah,
they're cheap USB mics. Most of them, even if you're spending $100 on like a Yeti, you still gotta do stuff with whatever your stuff is before it reaches final production. No raw sound coming from a USB mic is ever perfect.
It's true.
Once you get into like the
XLRs.
Yes, thank you. The XLRs. That's when you can start doing stuff like hardware stuff to change it, and that's when they'll sound a lot better.
And that's basically what I was. My goal was to kind of have near XLR adjustments, not quality, because am I going to get that? No, I don't know. I'm not an audio technician, but I have watched a couple of YouTube videos, and if you listen to our last episode, you know I'm basically an expert. So the big difference between, don't come at me because I don't know anything about XLR mics, but from the outside, you use hardware on an XLR mic to adjust. You know, they have like the gain knobs, the volume knobs, different adjustments you can make. That's with an XLR interface. With a USB mic, you just plug that bitch in and hope for the best. But if you go into OBS, you can install certain plugins where it goes above and beyond the stock limiters, gain, noise gates, and the set of plugins I have, they're called Reaper plugins, and it's just more in depth and more customizable. You can run, equalization and everything. So you're kind of getting that XLR customization, but you have to run it through OBS first, and which is why we record the way we do, where I'm recording separate right now, and Diff's recording separate, and then I send him my file, because if we did it through Discord, I wouldn't be able to get those custom settings, and it wouldn't sound as good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I really like, and it's not very hard to just like take your audio and sync it up with your voice or with your lips. Like, it takes me like maybe 5 minutes to like coordinate when you talk and when the audio actually starts. It's usually within like 2 or 3 seconds of the start of the audio.
Yeah, it's we do the 3, 2, 1, go. We hit record at the same time. So if by chance we do it perfectly, it's like you said, it's within a second or two that he has to line me up. But it works, except for last week, and that was 100% my fault because I didn't check my settings. I didn't check my because I believed I didn't have to, because if I had it, whatever. Irrelevant. So those are the mics that we use. Who knows? Maybe if you guys are interested in the microphones, if you're looking for a new mic, if you're looking for high end, if you're looking for XLR, USB, $20, $200, maybe we'll do an episode on it. But for now, I just want to tell you what we use.
Yeah, because I mean, like, we did an episode on audio like 2 years ago, and I definitely think I know, like, collectively we know a lot more now about this stuff, and we have a lot of friends that know a lot about it. So if we ever did like a full audio episode, we do have people that we can do research with and have help us with this stuff.
Yeah. I will try to put a link for these plugins. I probably won't, but I'm saying I hope I can remember to put a link to these Reaper plugins, because they're super easy to use if you want to go above and beyond the stock OBS filters. It's just Reaper plugins if you want to Google it, and it's it's excellent. So what do we got as far as like that's our mics? That's what we use, identical mics. He has a shock mount on his. I don't even use a pop filter, which you can probably tell sometimes when I pop a little hard like that.
But I don't notice it. I'm just super anal about shit like that. Like, I always just try to make sure like I can get every little bit of like edge I can with as cheap as possible. I think this shock mount plus the filter that came with it, I think cost me like $10.
Yeah.
So like it's just
Yeah.
a little extra security, just so I know it's like I'm not sounding like absolute garbage.
Garbage. Yeah.
Garbage. I know I
I
sound like French garbage.
mm-hmm. I think I probably paid $45. No, because when I bought 3 of them, I probably paid $60 for the mic, the pop filter, and the boom arm. And these boom arms are awesome.
I love this freaking thing.
They just work. They're just great. They're articulating, and they clamp onto whatever if you're strong enough to crank it down.
And they're super awesome because they're like, I think these like boom arms, like this specific boom arm that they sell on Amazon is like the one that they sell for like almost every mic. Like I see this boom arm specifically attached to bundles all the time.
Yeah, it's very versatile.
Yeah.
So we kind of glossed over. What are you drinking? What are you boozing on? Are you boozing?
No, I went to go pick up my brother from his track practice today. And so I ran up to the gas station because I was a little thirsty, and they had like the big ones, like it was Speedway, so like they had like all the like these big fountain drink things. I put like 40% Mountain Dew and like 60% Powerade in there, so I could try to go for the Baja Blast thing. It basically just tastes like fizzy Powerade, but not bad.
We're losers. We used to have beer reviews. We used to be drinking all the time. Now look at us. We're health conscious. We're old. Well, not you. You're still drinking Mountain Dew.
Oh, I was also hammered last night. So.
Oh yeah,
I was so drunk last night. Well, because like I had beaten. I was hitting a stride with Crash Bandicoot last night, and I ended up beating the third one. So now I'm stuck with Sonic Mania until whatever. But I was as I was playing it, I was like celebrating. I was like chugging this beer and stuff like that. And as soon as I beat the thing, I was like, this glass can hold 2 beers at a time, and I drank like 6 of them.
Hell yeah!
So like before I knew it, 2 hours in, I was like 12 beers in. So I was like, damn, I need to stop. And I think I ended up playing Sonic Mania for like another hour and a half before I stopped. But Biomutant comes out next week, so Thursday and Sunday are like the last 2 days I play Pine, and then we're jumping on Biomutant for the foreseeable future.
Oh, fuck me, I guess. Don't ask me what I'm drinking.
No, yeah, no. What are you drinking, you freaking non-boozing bitch?
Yeah, right, you fucking willpower having piece of shit. If you guys don't know, it is actually Day 19, which is funny because that's a band I used to listen to. It's an old ska band. But yeah, it's no one cares. No one cares what you're saying. I don't tell you that.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it's Day 19 of the dry month, no booze, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you must be on edge. You must be." I'm like, no, I don't even notice it half the time.
Yeah.
I'm just less tired, and it's awesome. But I am gonna get super trashed for like blackout wasted for the first of the next month. Whatever. I don't even know what next month is. June 1st.
You gotta pick up some. You gotta pick up some Black Velvet.
Oh, I think I'm gonna try to save up for a bottle of Jameson to do pickleback. Because I have so much pickle juice. But what am I drinking? The same thing I've been drinking the past 3 episodes.
That's
4
why
episodes.
I didn't fucking ask you.
But you still ask. It's still a theme. It's still a thing. I could probably guess that you're either drinking Mountain Dew or Kolsch. I still ask you.
I had something new in my hand.
But yeah, so it's still my Maw Energy. Please sponsor me. I love you guys. You're just very expensive and I can't afford you. But yeah, that's it. Just drinking some Maw Energy. Yeah, that's really it. We'll get back on the booze train. You'll notice a serious decline in content when I start drinking again.
Well, I also think yeah, you've been like weirdly motivated the last like 2-3 weeks. I don't like it.
I've just been very I don't like how opinionated I am on things. I like to just like kind of like fly in.
When last night when we were both applying to jobs, you got so heated.
I just like I'm like, wow, maybe maybe the booze suppresses my opinions, which is great. I like to fly into the radar, right? I don't want to, because everyone's so strongly opinionated that like no matter what you say, someone else, whoever's louder, just wins. And I'm like, sure, just win. But now I'm like, you fucking cunt, piece of shit, just yelling at everything.
Well, it's funny because
what was I yelling about yesterday? It was like 3 times I started yelling at things.
I was on a rant. I was on a tire rant. I was on a what the fuck is a
You
word
got-
called? Rampage.
What?
Rampage. That's the one.
Rampage.
That's what, I was on a
Chris said
rampage.
tirade. You were so close. You were so close to using the word tirade.
I
And
didn't
then you
know if
went.
that was the right word though. I was
Yeah.
I was ranting and raving and hooting and hollering and whatnot yesterday. And poor Kraken had to be the brunt of it because I was on Twitch and I was like, why is Just Chatting got 700k views? I clicked on it, like the first 20 are hot tub streams.
Oh yeah, he was telling me about that.
I was so pissed. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a hot tub stream. I'm gonna get a little ass kiddie pool and do a stream in the kiddie pool wearing a bathing suit. I'm gonna wear a one piece.
I did just see. Be careful. I mean, actually, you're not affiliate, so it wouldn't affect you. But I did just see an article. I didn't read it. I just read the headline because that's what Americans do. We just read the headline and just interpret it however we want and spin the story. But I did see that they are pulling ad revenue from one of the biggest hot tub streamers right now. And
I know what you're talking about.
I love how they called it. It's Twitch's attempt to stop. They called it the hot tub meta.
The hot tub meta. You know, like I don't dislike the whole e-girl culture. Like, good for you for going out and getting the money and everything. Stay off of Twitch, please.
Damn.
You're pulling all the viewerships towards your thirst streams. Keep it to somewhere else.
No one who's watching hot tub streams for attractive females is being pulled away from your stream.
No,
like
not my stream, but like, no. It's not the e-girls that bother me the most. It's the flood of people that decided to start streaming when the quarantine started. Because now, if you were like a 2-3 viewer person, like starting to like grow a little bit and everything, now you're in a sea of everybody that's trying to stream. They don't have a camera, they have a shitty mic, they never look at their chat, and they have like their buddies watching them for the viewership. So you get lost in that sea of bullshit, and that's what bothers me, because they're not trying. And
yeah,
if I respect the ones that are trying, like I get it, like everyone's got to start somewhere, blah blah blah. But if you're one of those people that just like throws up a stream and then just plays a game and doesn't say a word and just breathes heavily in your mic, get better.
that's talk about strong opinions. I have no problem with anyone streaming because I'm like that. I don't care. I don't try, you know.
Yeah, but I'm trying to I've been trying to grow, and I've been like, it just basically like lost in this sea of stuff, and like I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the best or anything, but I've been improving. I've been working hard to make my content better, make me a good on-screen personality, and it seems like I'm always on par with these dudes that the second you walk into their stream, they're not saying a word to you, they're playing a game, and all you can hear is like breathing, or someone's eating, or they're drinking something or something like that. They're not saying a word, and I'll be like, I'll try to talk to them in chat, and they don't say anything.
Well, they're not going to be around for very long. They shouldn't even be on your radar as a threat, because if you're
it's not. I don't think it's a threat. I just think it creates like this, like it devalues a stream because there's more of it. There's more of them.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between, like you said, someone who's not trying and someone who's, you know, like they shouldn't even be on your radar as far as like them taking in any way away from your stream. Because if you're putting in the work, if you're trying really hard, and they're just, you know, even if they're just there for fun, if they're just there to stream for their friends, or they're just there because it's a quarantine, you know, everyone starts somewhere. And if they're not gonna, if they don't want to put the work in, and they have no ambition to be, you know, the next big streamer, then they'll fade out. And if you can stand the test of time, and you can prove yourself, and you can be the best that you can be, then you shouldn't even be thinking about all that stuff. They shouldn't even be.
Honestly and truly, it doesn't bother me. Just for some reason yesterday, it was annoying the hell out of me, because I was just like, because there's like, and I guess like, yeah, I won't get into it. It's just
what was I yelling about? What was I? I was
I don't remember.
I was on 2 rants yesterday. Oh God,
no,
what was
you were weren't you ranting about the questions that they asked?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God. So we've been applying for jobs, right? Both of us have been applying for jobs, and I am so sick of, like, in the job description, it's just the most fluff. It's like, here at Target, we appreciate the amount of work that we you put in, and we totally understand that you're an individual and you're gonna. I mean, just tell me what the job description. Tell me what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be selling fucking video games. Well, I'm getting heated up. I'm getting heated up. I'm getting heated up right now.
I still think the funniest rant that you had yesterday was when you were talking when we were talking about the question that they asked you at the interview. So why did you want to work for us?
Oh yeah, I was like,
because I want to make money.
Yeah, you idiots! Like, I want to like normalize, like, don't ask me questions that you know I'm gonna have to lie about. Walmart, why do you want to work for us? Oh, because I certainly love the fucking Walmart Corporation. No, you fucking idiots! Because I need to pay my goddamn car bill.
Walmart's gonna cancel us.
Don't fuck them. They fuck them. I don't care. Like, ask me a question that I don't have to lie about. Who like? Why are you so passionate about like Target? I don't know. I'm not.
Actually, I had a really fun interview last night. I like, because I'm a truck driver and I decided to try to go back into truck driving, like on a lighter side of things. I'm doing deliveries, but the guy when the guy called me, all he asked was like, so what's your experience as a driver? I'm like, oh yeah, I did this and that. He's like, would you be comfortable doing 150 200 deliveries a day? I'm like, hell yeah. And he's like, 4-hour days, 10-hour days, 4 days a week. I'm like, that sounds awesome. And he's like, when can you start? I'm like, oh, I gotta get through the background check and drug test and we're good to go. So I basically got called and offered a job within 5 minutes because I jumped into the truck driving thing again.
This man's the master of. I've never seen somebody just like able to get so many jobs. Just like it's wild.
Yeah, but I knew the thing is though, I was struggling for a while. Like I won't say like I'm not gonna lie. Like for a while, I was trying to find a job that wasn't truck driving. The difference is I'm a truck driver that's been a truck driver since I was 21. Like I've been truck driving most of my professional career, and I got all my training through the military. So I'm a very appealing truck driver. So it's not. So if I wanted to apply to a driving position, it's not hard for me to get it. You know?
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of right now? I'm thinking I guess I don't have so much of an issue when they're like specific stores. Like, why are you passionate about this store? Because like something like an REI, like an outdoor store. Why do you want to? I could tell you because I love the outdoors and everything. But like these general, like even like Best Buy, right? Even like Best Buy, because I know a ton about like building PCs and photography and fuck, dude, refrigerators are cool as shit too. But like it's these blanket stores that like the Targets, the WalMarts, the shopping centers, or like the grocery stores. What do you think? I got a passion for arugula? No. Pay me.
I mean, I would understand if you were like applying to be like a butcher or something in one of those places.
Yes. So
like that would make a But they're like general jobs, like general labor or general like customer service and stuff like that. Who the hell wants to work as the front counter at McDonald's? Like, why? Whose passion is that? Like, and if you're a front counter person at McDonald's, awesome. You're making the money, paying the bills. You guys just had a strike going on today, which is I hope it turned out
at McDonald's.
All right. Yeah, to raise the minimum wage, which is awesome. I hope it worked out. Which is funny that we're recording on today because I hate to say it, but the more they were talking about the strike, the more I wanted a Big Mac.
It's free advertisement for McDonald's, I guess.
Yeah, but and the thing is, in New York, where I live, minimum wage for fast food has always been 15 an hour, and in New York City, it's 16 an hour. So like, New York, it wasn't as big of a deal for the strike was just because it's already high enough. Like, not many people were thinking about it. Like the stores where I live were still open. Nobody walked out. But that's just because it's New York. They pay a shit ton to a lot. Like minimum wage in New York might be one of the highest minimum wages I've ever seen.
Good for them. That's awesome. To like go on strike, like that's big.
Yeah.
You're losing your paycheck. So at that point, what you're doing is you're sacrificing your paycheck for the greater good, and that's what this world needs: is people who aren't like, "Ooh, shit. Well, if I walk off the job right now, I'm not getting paid." And some people can't do that. A lot of people work paycheck to paycheck and can't do that. So to see people come together and do big shit like that, I don't know anything about this strike. I don't know what they did, where they did it, how they did it.
I think it was just a walkout. I think they literally just like today when McDonald's were supposed to be open, they were just not showing up or something.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's from what I understand. They were literally doing like a day of silence basically, which is great because that's the mentality we need to have. That's the only way we're going to get change is to hurt the wallets of the companies that we work for. That's the only way. And I'm not trying to incite a riot or anything, but that's awesome. It's awesome that a lot of workers are starting to get paid what they deserve.
Yeah, it's great. It's because even with raising minimum wage though, it's still not on par with a living wage, which is discounted.
No.
But that's another time. We'll talk about that.
We're getting a little too charged here. This is almost looking like episode 27.
Yeah, but don't you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a completely like a store that sells everything and then ask me why I'm passionate about. Like, I'm not. I'm honestly I'm not passionate about it. I did. You know what? I actually did. I do have an interview with a phone interview with Best Buy, and that. How long have I been saying that like Best Buy is a place I could work? I always equate like a good work environment to like a Best Buy because I like everything there. It's cool to me.
It seems pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
too.
it's things I know. It's things I'm comfortable with. So a store like that asking me, why are you passionate? I could tell you, because even when I'm not at work, I'm doing things that are around this. Like I'm a professional photographer. I'm a gamer. I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. Like, and to be able to help people, get started in any of those areas, that's cool. I like that. But like, I don't know. I just keep coming back to Target and Walmart because they're the most like basic, broad stores ever. Why are you like? I don't care about working there. I just need a paycheck. But like an outdoor store or like an electronics store, I guess if you ask me the question, why are you passionate about working there? I think that's a legit question, but I was heated yesterday.
Or if it's like a pet store, like, I mean, I really hope that you're passionate about the job that you're working because you're working with live animals.
A lot of the pet stores are like, I don't even want to work at around here.
I would not want to work at a pet store. I don't think I could do it. I love animals. I have chickens. I have a cat. I have a dog. I'm surrounded by animals. I don't think I could work at a pet store. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, and a lot of them are gross. A lot of people just don't care around here, but that's another time. But my main gripe was when you're looking at or places to apply online, and they have 6 fucking pages of the job description. Just tell me, am I going to be selling things? Am I going to be working the cash register? Am I going to be in the warehouse? Just tell me. Don't make up 17 paragraphs of why you think that it's important that, like, shut up. Just tell me.
Didn't we spend like 15 minutes trying to figure out what a lodger was?
I still don't know what that is. They still don't know. I'm like, if I have to research what section I'm going to be working at, and the section I'm applying for isn't even on your website, you need to hire a new hiring manager. Whoever's in charge of writing the description needs to be fired. It's that simple. If I have to do a fucking 16-page, single-spaced, size 12 font, MLA format research paper to figure out what the fuck I'm applying for, you're not doing your job correctly.
Simmer down. It's okay.
All right.
Heel, anyway. Topsy, heel.
Yeah. No, I just like job description should be cashier, sales, warehouse, not a whole, like, I don't care that you're trying to be super progressive and trying to make the job sound better. Just be direct, straight to the point. And I'll appreciate that more. Just like they don't like to fluff resumes with all the bullshit that we put on it. Like,
I don't want to read your bullshit job description. You don't want to read my bullshit resume. Like, you want to see like the meat and potatoes of it.
Exactly. Just get straight to the point and let's not waste each other's time. But yeah, so I'm hoping that the Best Buy phone interview goes well, because I think that's a great place, a cool place to work. And like I said, and I'm old now, right? So like every section of Best Buy, I'm excited about, right? Like before, you used to just like avoid like the vacuums and the kitchens and the refrigerator and go straight to the video game section. Now I'm like, ooh, that's a pretty nice vacuum. Like
automatic sink. Oh my god, have you seen the sinks now? They have these sinks that that you could press a button and it creates like tea hot water, like super hot water. I want one of those so bad.
That used to be a rich person thing, the Insta boils. I remember my buddy, I guess my buddy's like house burned down when we were in high school, and when they rebuilt it, they like, I guess they got like a ton of insurance money, and we were just all so wowed at the
this like state of the art shit that they had.
Yeah. Top of the line. They had the Insta boil. I'm like, damn, you can make ramen noodles so fast in that shit. And
that's another thing. That would be so awesome. I wouldn't have to like get my tea kettle out, boil up water, and
Well, you want a pro tip? You want to, guys, if you're super broke, not even super broke, if you're super lazy, because I guess you kind of have to have a couple bucks to have a Keurig. You can make ramen right out of the Keurig. Just don't put a K-cup in there. Run it through a few times in case there's any remnants. Yeah, just it's an Insta-boil. Just put water in the side, hit large coffee, but just don't put a K-cup in there, and make sure it's clean on the inside, and just put a cup of noodles underneath it. Boiling water, cap it, boom, you got ramen.
Oh my god, that's the best life hack I've ever heard in my entire life. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh
you ever
man,
you ever seen Parks and Rec when Chris Pratt or Andy was like, I tried to make ramen in the coffee pot and I broke everything. That's me. That's my life. But
well, and I'm like just recently discovered, because I just bought a Keurig. If that I bought okay, so I don't know if I told this on the podcast. I was out at Walmart and I wanted to get a Keurig. I wanted to get one of the ones with the reusable cups or whatever, because I was like, that would be really convenient. I can do stuff with it. So I saw the mainstays, like Walmart's brand mainstay, and it was like $30 for this like little ass Keurig, or $20 or something like that. And I was like, I'll pass. I'll get it next week. So I jump over to Goodwill, where I find unopened a Keurig mainstay, the same exact one I had just been looking at, for $4.99.
Oh hell yeah!
So I picked it up. I have a Keurig now, and I actually just recently discovered that I can make loose leaf tea in it using the using the reusable thing, which is awesome. I love that. I have this little I have this big ass bag of organic black tea. It's awesome.
Hell yeah! Dude, try to make ramen in it next time. Just make sure it's clean.
I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll take a TikTok about that. And I'll be
you steal my thunder.
Well, I'll shout you out, or you make it. I don't know.
Now I have to make it before he does. He's gonna get famous.
It'll be a competition. I'm gonna stitch over you and be like, I did it better.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
Oh, speaking of TikToks, you know how we were talking about the luncheon loaf last week, and
I saw you did that. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I let it sit, and then whatever. I started when I cut it up. I put it in a wrap with lettuce, mayo, barbecue sauce, and some American cheese, wrapped it up, and I put it in my panini press that I got from Goodwill. And it was so fucking good, dude. It was crusted, like the skin was nice and crusted and everything. It had it was so good.
Was the luncheon loaf actually good, or was it passable? Was it okay, or was it delicious? Because
it was good. It was
really?
It was like gourmet lunch meat. If it tasted like if you had fried bologna before.
I possibly
or like hot dogs. I guess like a bologna and hot dog taste basically the same.
Fried hot dogs?
Yeah, you've never.
Can it be? No.
I did a whole video of it.
That doesn't mean I did it.
Well, Mr. Hot Dog Master over here hasn't tried air frying a hot dog. What the hell?
I'll try. You know what? I'll try it tonight. I'll air fry hot dogs tonight. But
it's super good. Honestly, I gotta say, it takes on a different flavor when it gets air fried.
I don't like the texture. I don't like the flavor. The
Are you talking about the luncheon loaf?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like it. But I just want to go back to one more thing about the Keurig before we move on.
Okay.
I just want to say that reusable cup you have, that's the only way you should be consuming coffee from a Keurig. It's the reusable K-cups are such a fucking waste. Little plastic things, and you recycle. You don't recycle because there's dirty fucking coffee in there, right? So you throw them in the garbage. Now that's more plastic in the garbage in the landfills. Blah 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 blah. Oh, eco-friendly, Captain fucking Planet over here. Yeah, just don't be a dick. Just don't,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we've established that us two are huge outdoorsy people. We love to be outside. We love to do camping. I did hunting and stuff like that. I think it goes without saying we're pretty pro eco-friendly. We try. I just bought an electric car.
There you go.
Fun fact, I just bought an electric car the day after the podcast from last week. I bought an electric car. I love the damn thing. Oh my goodness, I could plug my car in, plug my phone in, plug my vape in. It's
just get great. Home. Yeah, so just if you're gonna use a Keurig, I can't stop you guys from doing anything. And you'd be like, shut the fuck up, Eric. That's fine. But just if you're even moderately eco-friendly, just use the reusable K-cups and get yourself a container of coffee and make your own. The K-cups are just a massive waste and a big burden.
Honestly, it's financially friendly too. If you go to Aldi and buy the big cans of whatever coffee you like. I mean, I'm not trigger warning. I'm not a coffee snob. I think all coffee basically kind of tastes the same. If you get original blend versus dark roast, yeah, that's a little different. But I think all basic ass coffee is almost the same. Go to Aldi, buy the Bustelo if you want like the espresso taste, the Cafe Bustelo, because I think it's like $5 for a big ass brick of it.
Do
Like,
you drink black coffee?
oh yeah, I'm like black coffee all the way.
That's so interesting that you drink, because I can understand a lot of people who drink like with heavy milk and a lot of sugar saying all coffee tastes the same, but like for somebody who just drinks it straight out of the pot, they have pretty different flavors.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the Jamaican Me Crazy beans and stuff like that. But like, if you're just, it's good. It's super good. Try the Jamaican Me Crazy. It's like I'm aware that there are good beans that taste significantly different. But if you're just going for a morning cup of coffee, like $5 for a big ass tub of coffee at Aldi, and you're not paying $20 for a 10-pack of Keurigs of K-cups or whatever. Like, it's always going to be cheaper. And even if you do like what I do, like, because I buy Death Wish coffee because I'm a snob.
he just said he's what?
No,
it's conflicting.
It's expensive for like a pound of it, but I only buy it because it's got a fuck ton of caffeine in it.
Yeah,
so that's the only reason I buy it. And actually, like where I used to work, there's a guy that worked for Death Wish that was like the distributor. He used to give us like every couple weeks like a pound of Death Wish. So I have a shit ton of it stocked up.
Aren't they is that veteran owned? Is Death Wish veteran owned?
Is it? I don't know.
I'll here. Give me one sec. I hate to look things up, but so yeah. As far as coffee goes, I like anything. I'm very not picky. There's very few coffees I won't drink. I have been trying to get into nicer coffees. My one buddy did recommend the Starbucks Verdana. It's a blonde coffee.
Oh, I've had that. It's actually super good.
Yeah, it's good. It's not worth the price for me though. It's not good enough to be $10 for a small bag.
I will say this, like, I think this is why I shifted a little bit more towards tea than I have coffee, because tea's got way bigger a variety of flavors, and you don't need to doll it up to make it taste like significantly different. I actually have this tea that's like ginseng and orange peel and stuff like that. It's so fucking good. And I got the loose leaf black coffee, chai tea. Chai tea might be the best tea. I love chai tea. Spiced tea is so good. And they stopped selling packs of it at Aldi, so I don't even have access to that anymore. So now I gotta find a new place.
Okay, so Black Rifle Coffee is veteran owned, and they actually donate to vets.
That's Black Rifle. I'm talking about Death Wish.
Oh shit! God damn! Why did I think Black Rifle? Why do I think
I do. Yeah, Black Rifle. I knew Black Rifle was like super vet friendly. Right, but I never see it in stores. I swear to God, I never see Black Rifle in stores. I don't think they sell it in stores.
Oh, I did type in Death Wish coffee. It just, since I typed in veteran owned, the ad at the very top, it brought me to Black Rifle.
So it's not veteran owned, which is fine. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not personally offended if not like every store is veteran owned.
Yeah, but it's nice to know it goes to something, that you came from. But it's I don't know, coffee, I like it. If I could never have a cup of coffee again, I wouldn't mind. If I could never have caffeine again, I wouldn't be happy.
I'm really trying to separate myself from the energy drink thing. That's a hard thing for me to do. I know like you're probably going to laugh, but like NOS and Full Throttles and Mountain Dews, I'm like obsessed with them. Like, it's so hard to just be like, well, no, I'm just going to drink coffee and water and tea. It's so hard to just say I'm going to do that. I love energy drinks. I'm so addicted to them. But
I like a good energy drink as well, but when I was doing construction, I was like slamming Red Bull like 7 a.m, 2 tall boy Red Bulls.
Oh my God, when I was working as a garbage truck driver, oh my God, I'd be like 2 energy drinks deep by like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, a lot of times they end up giving me more anxiety than I do.
Yeah,
energy.
I do get anxious when I do that. That's why I would really, really like to start drinking coffee as opposed to like anything else. But
I tell you, I swear, you guys are gonna think I'm like secretly sponsored by Maw. The Maw Energy, it's a ton of caffeine, but it's a very mellow caffeine. Like, it doesn't give me anxiety.
Is it a 000 like zero carb,
Yeah.
sugar, calorie? That's really cool. I might
I
try.
don't know about
Like,
calories, but
well,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
like sugar and carbs is like the only thing I care about.
yeah, it's no carbs, no sugar.
I might
It's a
have to. I might have to subscribe to Ma. Honestly.
it's at the very least do the free tub, so you only pay $6 or $7. After that, it's expensive. It's $25 for a small tub. But
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
still like 660 servings, which is actually more like 20 because I triple up in a massive cup.
Yeah.
I put 3 scoops in, but it's awesome. I like it. It's just the only downside is it's a little expensive.
Yeah. I would look. I would like to look into that. And then there's like what? There's Gamer Subs is the other one, the other big one.
G Fuel?
No, Gamer Subs. There's like it's a
I've never
whole.
heard of it.
It's like supplements for. It's basically supplements tailored towards people that like work in offices or sit on their asses a lot.
Do you feel left out with all these gym rats taking supplements? Well, we got the one for you, you piece of shit.
Well, I mean, like, but it's a thing. It is a thing. They do like it's like vitamin C supplements. They got energy supplements, stuff like that. I don't know how expensive it is, but one of the content creators that I actually watch is actually sponsored by them. So I see the advertisements for it all the time. Like, and he talks about it all the time. So I'd be
I see
interested
a lot
to
of
like
people
look into
sponsored
it.
by G Fuel.
G Fuel's another one. I like G Fuel a lot.
I've never had it.
The only one I like actually is the Rainbow Sherbet so far. I'm too afraid to commit to another one. The orange creamsicle one was pretty good too.
Is it energy? Is it caffeinated?
Yeah, it's like
is that what it
300
is?
milligrams. Yeah.
Is it expensive? How much for like a normal size tub that you see?
G Fuel?
Yeah.
G Fuel comes in a can.
No, they have the powder. They have the energy.
Oh, they do
powder.
have a powder? Oh, I only know about the can thing.
I like going back to the eco-friendly thing is I would so much rather. That's another reason I like Mio and Maw, because you can use them for weeks before you recycle the container, as opposed to like a can of Diet Coke or a can of Mountain Dew where you chug it and now hopefully you recycle it.
Well, and I'm not gonna just sit there and say like, but like cans aren't as bad. Like metal, as long as you're like actually taking it to a returnable place and stuff like that. Like metal and paper is so much easier to recycle than plastic is.
Absolutely, but there's a large portion of people who are just dirtbags and throw it in the garbage. And
Yeah, so basically don't be a dirtbag.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes like with the K cups, you can't recycle the dirty coffee grinds that are in there, and I don't know the ins and outs of it, but
yeah, I mean
recycle what you can. Just do it.
I'm kind of aware of it, and I've seen the shit that y'all throw away when I was working in garbage, and it's disgusting, guys.
You
seriously,
dirty motherfuckers.
Seriously, like if you find a diaper, if I had to find one more fucking diaper that looked like it had been sitting under someone's bed for a month, some of the stuff was just nasty. Y'all are nasty. Stop throwing away crap like that. The way I see it, it's one garbage bag per 2 people.
One garbage bag per 2 people. It depends. Some people use a lot more waste than others, but yeah.
I fill up a garbage bag. Like I almost have to throw away my garbage early before it's full because I don't throw away a lot. Like either like vegetable waste goes outside. I just throw it in the field or I throw it to my chickens. Mm-hmm. Or like meat waste, I throw it to the chickens because the chickens are scavengers. They're meat eaters. You could toss food, you could toss whatever food left over at them. I toss bones out there for them.
Chicken bones.
I actually I shred cardboard and put it in the chicken coop too, like as like a cheap way of reusing stuff like that. So like but I guess that's just me. Like I went a little crazy after seeing like the shit that gets thrown away in garbages. Like I went a little crazy on the whole like eco-friendly recycle shit. So that's just me.
Yeah.
By the
way,
if
you half-ass it, right?
I was gonna say the G Fuel.
Okay.
$35.99 for a tub, and you get XP for the purchase. And 20 XP equals $1 off. So the more you buy, the more thing, and you get like 30. You get like 35 per purchase. How much?
How many servings?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to click on a view product. It looks like 40 servings per tub. But they're all, it's kind of cool. Like the powdered forms are all inspired by like specific games. Like this one that I'm looking at was inspired by the Resident Evil The Village because it's the most popular fucking thing out.
So Maw is actually cheaper and more, it seems, because it's 60 servings for $25.
Yeah.
I'd have
And
to,
then,
you know what? I'll get it. One of these days, I'll get a tub of G Fuel and I'll get a tub of Maw,
yeah.
and I'll put them together to see
There's a
how they are.
There's a Crash Bandicoot one that's like
What?
supposed to be based off the Wumpa fruit from Crash Bandicoot.
You almost have to get it.
I kind of want to because I just beat the games. Like I'm feeling Crash Bandicoot high. I want to get the fourth one and play that.
What console was that on?
The fourth one?
Yeah.
It came out last year.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
It's
answer my question. Don't be condescending.
I wasn't trying to. No,
say P.
I wasn't trying to be condescending.
You could have said PS4. Not you dumb bitch. It came out last year. What do you think?
Oh, I didn't know if it was gonna be like, oh, okay, it's on the PC. Like I didn't want to be a smart ass. No, because and it's so funny because like the name of the fourth one is called "It's About Time." Because it's a play on the fact that the game is about time travel, but it's about time that it came out with the fourth one after, when was the third one come out? Like 98, 99, something like that.
I don't know, but yeah, the Naughty Dog stuff doesn't even go to PC. That's like one of the Sony exclusives still.
It's not on Crash Bandicoot's not even Naughty Dog anymore. It's Activision.
It's not.
It's Activision.
Oh, get out! Really?
Yeah.
That was like one. I guess Naughty Dog went in a different direction.
I just looked up what it's. Yeah, it's Activision. You know, so you have to buy it off of the BattleNet.
Oh, I heard you talking about that on your stream.
Yeah, I talked about the
night.
stream. I had to look it up. I couldn't remember where. Okay, I knew it was like a weird spot, but yeah, it's BattleNet. You have to like buy it on BattleNet. It's not even on Steam.
Well, I think speaking of games, I think this is a great time to jump into, figuratively, bang for your buck, just because my pick for this week is game related.
Yeah. What do you got?
So, well, actually, when I was at Dollar Tree yesterday, I did see. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to save that for next week's bang for your buck. So suck it, guys. Look what I got here. I have an officially licensed Marvel 100-piece puzzle. Okay, so $1. 100-piece puzzle, even if this only takes you 30 minutes or an hour to put together, which it would take me 3 days because I'm not good at puzzles. I think this is an amazing deal for like if you're just going somewhere, right? If you're going on a vacation or something. And my reasoning for why this is amazing for going on a vacation is after you go out, you do your thing, you do everything you want to do on vacation, you come back, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna flip the TV on, right? And just kill the rest of the night. But if you're never gonna remember that you watched a couple episodes of The League or whatever, with your buddies or your family. But guess what? You do a puzzle, like that's a memory. You're always gonna remember, yeah, we were in North Carolina and I don't know, we did a fucking puzzle for no reason. Like that's memories, that's memorable. And for $1, you get a couple of these and you're set. It's entertainment, right? That's some old school entertainment that people don't really do much anymore.
And you could do the thing that people do with those things. They put them in like picture frames and stuff like that, and then you got like $1 art that you could just put on the wall and be like, I fucking put that together. Like it's a little bit more rewarding, and it's Spider-Man, so that's cool. You can put that on your wall.
Yeah, and it's a cool picture too, and it's actually Marvel. It's not like an offshoot. It's not Spoder-Man. It's actually Marvel, and to see officially licensed things like that in a dollar store is a sign of progression. That they're they're not just weird stuff anymore. It's officially licensed items that and for $1 now per puzzle piece. I don't know if it would be that. Yeah, I guess it would, because then if it's 100, that means it would be $10 for 1,000 piece, and that's pretty on par. But you're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do. I'm basing this off of like my ability to do puzzles. 1,000-piece puzzle is taking me months to do. So 100 piece is perfect. 100 piece is awesome, just to sit down, get it done, have fun, and then like Diff was saying, the puzzle glue, you glue it and you frame it, and you got art.
Yeah, it's I think that's an awesome thing to do. I unfortunately didn't do a bang for your buck this week because I just got a car. So I turned into a little bit of a never leaving my house until I get my next paycheck kind of thing, because I have like $40 to my name right now.
It's an electric car. You could have gone to the dollar store for free.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend any more money.
All right, well,
That's what I mean.
I'll do another one for Diff. I did hold on. I did see Monster Energy, Monster Java, regular, like their taller cans, they're 16 ounce or whatever, for $1.
I did want to point
name
out
brand
that
stuff
they
like
have.
that.
I was gonna say I did want to point out that when I was there last time I was there, that I forgot to talk about. I bought the Dragon Tea Monster, which is like a tea, like an energy tea thing. It was pretty good actually. Like I kind of liked it. And then I also bought a Rip It, which for all of you that don't know what that is, those are the those are the energy drinks that they gave to us in the military for free. Like they were just the shit that they handed to us, like over on deployments or when you were out on your post or something like that. The USO truck would come by and just hand them out. Like that's the shit that we drank. It was like jet fuel. It was disgusting, but I bought one.
I think I saw it. So after all these years, I guess you found out that they've been pumping you full of dollar store brand.
It says 99 cents right on the side of the can. We all knew.
Cool.
Actually, Full Throttle was used to be what they did. Like Full Throttle, I'm not used to be. The USO was big on giving away Full Throttle and NOS because Full Throttle was like a big supporter of the USOs. So like if you're ever at the airports, like traveling in between or whatever, if you're a vet or active military, you can go in there and they usually have like a whole freaking cooler. Like
that's sick.
Just
free
full
energy drinks.
Yeah, free energy drinks, and Full Throttle was pretty good. NOS is pretty good, so I have no complaints there.
What does USO stand for?
I have no idea.
Oh, how do you not have any idea?
Why would I know that?
Why wouldn't you know
that?
that?
I don't even know what USMC stands for.
You know, yes,
kidding,
you do.
I'm kidding.
My God. I was like, no way.
No, it's never something that occurred to me. I know what it is. I have no idea what it stands for.
No, that's how my brain works.
I had to remember enough acronyms when I was in. There's no way I was gonna cram another one in there, especially when it wasn't that important to me.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we got our figuratively bang for the buck. I don't know. I think this is a good one, guys. Especially, like I said, you're making memories. You're not gonna remember scrolling TikTok at night, but you're gonna remember putting together a little puzzle and framing it with your buddies or your family.
Yeah, I agree. I think it very much. I think it very much is a good, cheap form of entertainment when you're not to get yourself away from the computer, even if you're not on vacation. It pulls you away from the computer and you're using your brains in your hands. Like I think there's stuff like tabletop stuff is way more underappreciated. And actually the streamer, the content creator we were going to shout out, I might change to someone who actually does tabletop stuff. Because he knows a lot about them, but I think tabletop stuff is like super underappreciated because you got to use way more brain power and you're much more hands-on, much more social. I think we need to amp up our tabletop games and get away from the computers every once in a while.
Well, speaking of the tabletop games, I think some of the most fun I had was when we were doing the Cyberpunk Red. Was it Cyberpunk Red?
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah, it was Cyberpunk 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Cyberpunk 2000. But I had a lot of fun doing that.
My girlfriend, I'm always just gonna say Liv, my girlfriend, because I don't know who's listening, who knows Liv or who doesn't. But she wanted to put together a little campaign, and she was an awesome game master, and she put together this really, really cool campaign, and she was just so good at guiding us through it. It was so much fun, and it was set in a similar cyberpunk universe. It wasn't 2077, but it was it was around the time when the hype for 2077 was coming out. So we had like cybernetics and stuff. Oh my god, what was my name? I think it was Tommy Golden Dong.
Oh my god. I loved our dynamic. We kept kicking down doors and shit. Like
yeah, that's it. just walk behind the bar and grab two tall boys. Everywhere we went, we're like, hold on, before we do this, we need to crack a tall boy.
Oh my god, we like walked into a fight with like a beer in our hands and a gun in another. It was
fun. It was
a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I would like to do that again. And if we expressed interest to Liv, she would gladly put together another quick little campaign.
Yeah, I definitely would be into starting a campaign again with having her host a campaign again, because I did have a lot of fun with that, and I don't have to DM. I'm so sick of
Yeah,
DMing.
yeah, it was good, and I
I'm
think
at a loss
she's
because
got a
like
knack for it.
my D&D group that I had been doing the podcast with is pretty much like done with now. So like
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
so yeah, so like I'm kind of at a loss. That's where I was getting my like tabletop fulfillment. So now I really kind of want to start a new campaign because those are fun. They're just fun to do
Mm-hmm.
on like a mid-afternoon like day
Yeah,
drinking thing.
yeah, and it's nice to have like a schedule. Like, okay, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. We know that we're gonna take an hour and have fun as a group of friends.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't even have to commit that much time. Like you said, it's like an hour. You commit
Yeah.
like an hour, 2 hour, hour and a half, and
Mm-hmm.
you could get a very fulfilling session in with just like an hour's worth of whatever. I would say an hour and a half because everyone bullshits right before you actually start the session. I feel like every time we start anything tabletop, there's always like 30 minutes of bullshitting and then you play.
Yeah.
So, but
It's
yeah.
So what else do we got? We're kind of winging it this episode. The problem was we had so many things to talk about that we're kind of just like breaking down into little segments instead of one large topic like we have been doing. There were so many little things we wanted to talk about that
Yeah.
it was just going to get stretched out over too much time. So we're doing a lot of little topics here. So what else did we have? What else do we say we're going to talk about?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I unfortunately I was gonna do Dandelion Wine and talk about that and like talk about making it and everything. Unfortunately, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't really work out because all the dandelions turned to like the fluttery things, the seeds. They seeded
Was it
already.
was it wine or mead?
It's technically a wine. I mean, that's what they called it. But so there is a method to making this dandelion wine, which is super stupid simple. I mean, like if you ever want to make mead, if you ever want to make brandy's another one. It's like super easy to make. Or dandelion wine, or you can make root wine, stuff
Mhm.
like that. Anything that's got like a complex sugar that can be broken down, or a simple sugar that can be broken down, like honey. All you got to do, boil water, and it's usually like, let's see, I did like 1 pound of honey to like, there's a ratio. I can't think of the ratio off the top of my head. I had the notes just like tacked on my wall behind my stove. But you basically boil water, you pour whatever it is you want to make the alcohol out of into the boiling water. You stir it on so it's like they come together and it breaks down some of the ingredients. You pour it in a carboy, which is those like big containers that you see, and you let it cool. Once it's cooled down to room temperature or lower, you dump in yeast, you put a cork on there, and you let it burp. If you have an
Mhm.
automatic burper, they're super cheap. But if you have an automatic burper, those are great. You can put it, like, you can buy a cork with a hole in it. You can throw the automatic burper in. It keeps outside bacteria and everything from getting into the carboy. And you just let it, and it'll automatically like spit out the excess air as the yeast is digesting and producing gas and alcohol. So
You know
it's
what
go ahead.
you know what I might do, because I remember I asked you before if you could use a growler, but it's something about the light penetration, right? Where the
Yeah,
growler's too dark. So, but they do have big jugs, like big jugs. I'm a child.
yeah, right.
They have big jugs of wine, right? Like the port wine or whatever.
Yeah.
If you get that and those are clear, if you just like heat up the label and remove it, could you use a jug like that?
You know, I take back what I said about the dark thing. I thought it had to do with like the dark glass, but people are doing it in like those Galen Lowe's buckets and just sticking a hole, like popping a hole in the top so they can put down the burper.
So I can use a growler.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I take back what I said. I thought I was under the impression it had to be in a clear container, but like I mean, like I guess if you look at breweries, they use like stainless steel like giant tubs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I hadn't thought about it. I was just under the assumption. But
Hmm.
you can use pretty much anything as long as you can seal it, like do a perfect seal on it. and
Us- well, it,
let it burp. It like that's all you need. That's all you need to be able to do is just seal and have a burper so the gas can escape, because if you don't let the gas escape, it'll explode.
oh hell yeah! How long would it take? Like if you forgot to burp it, if you were manually burping it, how long would it take to
It
really be detrimental?
depends on the phase, I
Mm,
guess. Because if it's in the beginning when the yeast is like super active, it could be a matter of like hours. Because I mean,
really?
it's constantly building up gas, and gas has like a bigger mass than condensed water and liquid and solids and stuff like that. So it's constantly expanding, and it's just going to keep creating pressure and pressure and pressure, and it's going to find a weak point somewhere, and it's usually the lid. Like I mean, like usually it'll
Yeah.
just burst right at the top, but sometimes it'll like blow out the bottom. Like
Holy shit.
so, like if you're gonna burp it manually, be very careful, because every time you pop that thing open and expose it to air, you're exposing it to airborne stuff
Mm,
that's gonna change the flavor. It's gonna make it different. It's gonna mess with it. It might even kill the yeast. You might end the yeast the fermenting process early. That's why I recommend, like, and they're super cheap. Just buy one of those like things. That's why carboys are just easy, because you can buy stuff that's like universally will fit on there.
yeah.
So, like I said, you can burp it on your own. It's not hard to do. It
It's
just you
but
gotta stay on it.
would you say it's worth it just to spend a couple bucks and get
Yeah.
an auto burper or
Well,
whatever they're
like,
fucking called?
yeah, I bought a carboid that came with a packet of yeast, the cork and the burper for like I think it was like 15 or $20. So it's cheap enough, and you can reuse all of it.
Yeah,
So
so
like,
it's the initial investment is really where the money's gonna be kind of tight, but then after that you can you know, because I would prefer to purchase two of them so you can always have one jug in
yeah,
rotation.
yeah, it's like
Um,
you can. I mean, like, and with mead, like you can put mead in and get it going, and in as little as 2 weeks, pull it out and have like mead ready to
hmm.
go, and it's like light beer status, like 4 or 5% alcohol.
I kind of wish I thought of doing that at May 1st at the beginning of dry month because I would love to
Oh, that would
at
have
the
been so
yeah
good.
at the end of dry month be able to have my first drink be something that I created. I would have loved to do that, but I still might do something like that, and just have some homemade stuff. But I'm gonna need you to walk me through it. Well,
Yeah.
I'll contact you and you'll give me the lowdown on what I need.
Maybe if you order, if you do like once you order everything, and we'll come down, we'll have like a fermenting party. We'll just make a bunch of like various drinks, and then we'll do a video of us doing that, and then we'll do an uncorking
And
on
uncorking?
yeah.
It's like an album release party.
Basically. Well,
Hell
an
yeah.
album release for Half Fast Broke. We're like our main staple is alcohol here, so
Yeah, even though we haven't been drinking on
I know it's weird because like right now with the way my schedule is, I have to work so early in the
mhm.
mornings on Thursdays and we record on Wednesdays, so like it's hard for me to like actually drink anything during this time, and also I'm out. I drank it all last night.
Damn, you put all of it out?
Yeah, I am out. Well, I have a bottle of Black Velvet in the other room, but no, I'm not drinking hard liquor right now. Feel like
No,
it.
man, I'm trying to think of what my first drink is gonna be when I'm off of dry month. But we'll
Kolsch.
see. What Kolsch? Oh yeah, you know what? That's the only thing I have anyway. So I might have to. Yeah, I can still have one even though I'm on keto. I might be coming off keto soon and try something called like cyclical keto, where it's once a week you can have carbs. So it's like 6 days on, low carb,
Okay. Do you do
one
the
day.
do you do intermittent fasting or whatever too, where you only
No.
eat between like 12 and 6? Because I know a lot of people do that too. That like kind of helps them with.
Yeah, I should do that. I just don't have self control.
That's fair.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. I've restricted my diet and I haven't been boozing. So I guess I do have self control. I just don't want to because I like eating.
Yeah. I'm not a big eater. I like when I eat like I'll like eat small meals throughout the day. Like I'm like Dale Gribble. I like 12 square meals throughout the day. I don't
What?
but I don't eat a lot. I just eat like a little bit here and there. Like oh my god, so when I was making the spam this morning, or the luncheon loaf,
Hmm.
I did a beer can chicken with the last beer that I had for leftover from last night.
Hell
And
yeah.
Man, I tried to use a knife to cut this thing. Literally, all I'd had to do was take a fork and go, and it just like fell off the bone. Like there was nothing left on the bone. Like I don't even think I could use it for like soup stock. Like there was so little on the bone. I toss the bones anyway. Like I'm not. Anytime I make soup stock, it always ends up just sitting around. I don't use it enough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like,
you got to commit to it. But I always save my bones. I put them in the freezer for a later date. I actually just made a chicken stock. Liv actually made it for me because I was lazy. But
yeah, I mean, I
just made chicken stock.
I tossed them in my toss them with the chickens.
We were just at dog training, me, Liv, and Winnie, and the trainer has a bunch of chickens, and the main treat that we use for Winnie is dehydrated chicken. And I was like talking to one of the chickens. I was like, "Oh, come here." And the trainer was like, "Oh, you want to feed him?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she handed me a piece of chicken. And I'm like, I feel weird feeding chicken to a chicken right now. So I didn't
care.
I know they don't care, but like
I've seen chicken pick apart a dead chicken. Like a chicken just died. I remember one of our chickens had gotten attacked like overnight by something. And then the next morning, the chickens were like eating it. They don't care. So
they don't seem to care.
I tossed the bones that had like a little bit of like the fat and stuff still on them, and then whatever's gonna come and take them afterwards. It's usually like a raccoon or something will swipe it up at an overnight. The raccoons don't mess with the chickens too bad. Worst case scenario, they'll take an egg or two. They're not really.
They go for the garbage cans.
Yeah, well, they know they're going to get a treat anyway, so they're not going to kill our chickens.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit more tame around here, though, so.
Yeah, no, they rip open garbage cans where I used to live.
Yeah, well, we've always had a very amicable relationship with the raccoon senate of the forest. So we never had a problem with them. They actually keep the foxes away too, which is cool. I don't mind them. Yeah. So we're actually coming up to right about the end. So we've managed to ramble about a bunch of random topics today. So hopefully next week will be a little bit more on the nose with a topic. I think we did a really good job at explaining audio. Though next, I would very much like to do a full episode of that.
Yeah, go into more detail instead of just. This was just a little quick thing. If you get yourself a new mic, just so you know that if you're streaming, you have filters on OBS and you have options past the filters.
Yeah, you like a stock cheap USB can sound amazing. So
it's true.
Not that we sound amazing, but it can sound amazing.
It can.
But yeah, any closing? Oh, actually, let's do our content creator shout out for this week, who and I've been bouncing back and forth on who I was gonna do first, but I think this week it's gonna be High Volume Games.
High Volume Games.
Cause he's awesome. He's a really cool dude. He basically records an entire session of playing a tabletop game and explains all the rules. He'll make he'll make basically AI characters, NPCs, whatever, and he'll play against them. He'll break down the game. He's very cool. He's very, very good at explaining it, and he's also a big into wrestling. So he does a lot of wrestling themed stuff too, and a lot of sports themed stuff. So he actually just I think it was yesterday or the day before, it doesn't matter because you'll be hearing this a week late. One of the companies that he does a lot of the board games that he plays a lot of, they're called play.com, PLYY.com or something like that, and they make a lot of the baseball, the wrestling games and the NASCAR games, and he is in contact with them because he plays a lot of their games. And so they were doing a stream just recently, and I guess one of their streamers wasn't around, so instead of raiding over to a stream, High Volume Games had his YouTube video set to premiere about one of the games they were doing. So they actually sent all the traffic over to his channel, and it was so awesome to see people watching the premiere of his board game playthrough. And it was a wrestling game, and it was really cool because he's got like the different personas for the different people, and he's just really good at explaining
everything about the board games, because most of the time if I watch a board game, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on, and it's really, really cool to actually understand what's happening. So definitely check him out. He's high volume games on Twitch and YouTube, and I believe he is games_volume on Twitter.
Oh yeah. We'll have to see if he has a link tree, because I know he's all over the place on his socials. So it's like we'll have to. I'll see if I can get his link tree next time I talk to him. But
yeah, so if you're into board games, oh my goodness, check him out.
YouTube and Twitch will be in the description at the very least. And that'll direct you everywhere else. So yeah, no, he's awesome. I've really enjoyed, like, whenever I see something that, like, a tabletop game that I want to learn, like, he's the guy that I go to learn it.
Yeah, it's very, very, very excellent tabletop games. So I think that's really that about wraps things up, right? Any closing thoughts? Any tea that needs to be spilled, as the kids say these days?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, spill the tea. Tell me, give me the deets.
So, I mean, I've been I started posting my link tree in the description. I've been super active lately on pretty much everything. I've been posting up TikToks. I've been dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And Biomutant next week, probably going to be playing that a lot on the stream. Like, a lot of things are going to take a back burner to that until I get sick of it, which I don't know. It could be like Skyrim. 10 years later, I'll be sick of it. I'm still not sick of Skyrim. But
no, I don't think anyone is.
Oh, hell no. That game is so good. What about you? I think you said you wanted to start streaming more too. You got a plan in mind?
Oh, absolutely no plan. But maybe just, it's because there's a couple games I want to play. Unfortunately, man, I want to get back on Flight Simulator. Unfortunately, my joystick is out of commission for now. But I'll probably jump it in for some flights. I might stream it. But there's a couple games I wanted to stream. Oh my goodness, I got the black lung, pop. I wanted to stream I never played Life is Strange 2. A game called Control I wanted to get into, but a couple little RPGs, maybe Elder Scrolls Online, because I'm pretty confident in ESO. I'm pretty decent at it. And just a couple little things I wouldn't mind. Certainly not full time. Maybe 1 day a week, 2 days a week, just because I miss it, just because it's fun. It's fun to interact with people,
The fun thing to look forward to, like, throughout the week too. For me, like, even when I go on stream, I look forward to going on stream just because it's fun.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable experience. So with that being said, you can follow me at SBEric407. That's my Twitch. That's my YouTube. That's my TikTok. That's pretty much everything. If you need to find me, I am SBEric407. So check it out. I'm mainly active on TikTok right now, but I will be starting to stream again soon. So I'd appreciate it if you hit the old follow button, like, share, subscribe. And do the same for Half Past Broke. Tell your friends that we're back with a vengeance.
And we're definitely riding this really good momentum. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen once Eric starts drinking again.
Off the fucking rails.
but we're doing good so far. We'll at least be able to get, like, at least one more episode in before that.
Yeah. June 1st. It's all fucked.
Yeah, it's gonna be my birthday month too. So
oh man,
I'm gonna be spoozing up like crazy. And a lot of our our schedules, our streaming schedules, and everything are subject to change, because, like we said earlier in the podcast, we're both looking for new jobs. So, like, our schedules are gonna change once we get a more solid schedule in and everything. We'll have, like, be able to put out stuff a little bit more consistency. For now, Half Past Broke, we're gonna keep consistently posting on Saturday.
Yes,
but everything else is subject to change. If you guys are interested in any of the streamers that we've shouted out, plus some, and us too, seeing when we stream, because it's, like I said, it's going to be sporadic for the time being. Link to our Discord is actually in the description as well.
Finally.
Awesome fun. It was on last week. Come on, give me some credit.
Yeah, all right.
But so there's gonna be a link to our Discord, and awesome community. Everyone there is super supportive. We have a guy who is more than willing to break down workouts for you. There's a guy that's good at audio. There's all sorts of really interesting people in that Discord. So it's a fun community, and they're all great content creators too. So yeah. With that being said, that's all I got. What do you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm trying this new thing where I want my sign off to be I'll do it. You say goodbye, and then I'll hit you with my new sign off. I'm trying this out.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See ya. Damn it. No, I didn't hit end.